Om Namah Shivaya. Good morning, students. So, last two chapters we discussed that what is motion, what causes motion, how can we change the speed or direction or both of an object, isn't it? And in the second chapter we studied that a force is needed to change the state of an object. A force is needed to change the state of an object. Okay, and we already know when we keep something in the air, it falls down, isn't it? It falls down to the earth. Likewise, if you dropped something from a certain height, it falls towards the earth. Finally, it reaches the surface of the earth, isn't it? So from that we already know that earth attracts everything towards it, isn't it? That means earth applies a force on all objects. And other than that, you already know all the planets move around the sun in a specific orbit, isn't it? All the planets move around the sun in a specific orbit. Likewise, moon also revolves around the earth, isn't it? And what makes all these objects move in a circular path or in a specific orbit? So actually the Sir Isaac Newton answered all these questions. First he thought about it when he was sitting under a tree. An apple fell down. Okay, so that time he thought that why this apple falling downward direction or down towards the earth. Then he saw the moon in the sky and he thought that why this moon not falling towards the earth. Okay, and he argued that this moon is actually falls at each point. Actually it moves or it falls towards the earth at each point, but we are not seeing actually the falling of the moon towards the earth. That means in each point it falls towards earth rather than moving along a straight line. So to explain this, we can take a small example. Take a stone and tie it on a string and whirl it round, isn't it? So when you are whirling it round, you will apply a force on the thread. So because of that force, the stone is moving along a circular path. Stop the application of force, then what will happen? It cannot move along a circular path. So this force helps the stone to move along a circular path, isn't it? And in each and every point that we already discussed, when it moves along a circular path, it changes its direction at each point. At each and every point, the stone changes its direction, isn't it? So even if it moves along a circular path with a constant speed, it has an acceleration, and that acceleration is due to the force acting towards its center. Force and acceleration are interrelated. Acceleration is always in the direction of force. So here the force is acting towards the center, isn't it? And that force is known as centripetal force. And acceleration is also towards center, and that acceleration is known as centripetal acceleration. So due to this centripetal force, the stone is moving around in a circular path. Likewise, a certain force is acting towards the sun, on the planets towards the sun. That is why all planets moves around the sun in a circular path. Likewise, earth is also applying force on the moon. That is why moon is also moving around the earth in a circular path. Is it clear?